incognito tonight because I forgot my contacts back home. So I had a lot of ideas of how to introduce the fact that am wearing glasses now and I never do, like, to honor the library spirit, you know? Or if you feel like this is a smarter concert than usual, this is why, or, you know. But then I thought I'd just go into it, and here I messed that up. So this song is called Fox Eyes. I have a new CD out, and I'm really excited to sing some new songs from it. And this is the title track called Fox Eyes. Rooster crows at dawn, hibernate instead. Deer eyes on the headlights up ahead, mingle with the herd, circle round the sun, hope that all the groundhog days are done. What to do when all the answers have worn thin? After all, we're only human animals with fur and souls and skin. Well, keep your fox eyes focused on the beauty underneath, and keep your whale heart open. That is all you really need to love life. To love life. Teeth and sweat and blood and tears. Tell me what it's worth. Temporary paw prints on this earth. What's the reason not to stay inside the shell? After all, we're only human animals with limbs and souls and cells. Well, keep your fox eyes focused on the beauty underneath, and keep your whale heart open. That is all you really need to love life. To love life. To love life. When they don't love you anymore. When your own story is the only left worth fighting for. When no one's opening the door. When the wolf comes out at night and there's no one left inside, are we gonna be all right? Well, keep your fox eyes focused. There is beauty underneath, and keep your whale heart open. That is all you really need to love life, to love life, to love life. Thank you very much. Thanks so much. All right, so this place is a very special place for me. This is the first performance venue that I ever played that actually supported me and had people that were here and wanted to listen to music. This is the very first place I ever played 5 years ago that actually was a listening room venue. So this is very meaningful to me to be here. and to be releasing my new record, because now it's 4 records later and we've been able to sell, 16,000 CDs are out in the universe now and wandering around the world, and it's just really exciting. And a lot of it has to do with this library being kind enough to support me and have me out and have me perform. And it was just a really wonderful experience, and got me to thinking, hey, maybe I could actually do this thing. And so this is a very meaningful spot. And it's also a meaningful spot because I love reading. And ever since I was a little kid, I would read all of the children's books at home, and then the only ones that we had left were the classics up on the bookshelf that were really not there to be read. Do you know what I mean? They were there just to look pretty. And I would take them off, and I would be like 6 years old and be trying to read through To Kill a Mockingbird or something like that. And I would not know anything about what I was reading, but something about the flow of a good sentence written and things like that, I think sunk in. And so I'm always going to be grateful to the library for that. There's a fire that has burned beneath my surface. There's a fire that's been burning on my mind, and its smoke signals a song that your love is almost gone, and you don't have much to say between those lines. So I stirred up all the embers that were dying, and the sparks that flew continue still to shine, and their glow spells out a song that my love for you is strong, and I don't have much to say between those lines. And I will walk with you till I can go no further, or until your hand removes itself from mine. And I will not go away if we see some darker days, and I don't have much to say between those lines. It's a world of dark and dread and fear of dying. It's amazing here that any sun could shine, but I won't give up our light if you walk into the night, and I don't have much to say between those lines. And I will walk with you till I can go no further, or until your hand removes itself from mine. And I will not go away if we see some darker days, and I don't have much to say between those lines. Silver and gold won't buy me away from you, and nothing could steal away my time. From our story's bright beginning till one of us is through, I will walk you every step between those lines. And I will stay with you till I can stay no further, or until your heart removes itself from mine. And I will breathe in every breath that our broken love has left, and I don't have much to say between those lines. And I will walk with you till I can go no further, or until your hand removes itself from mine. And I will not go away if we see some darker days, and I don't have much to say between those lines. No, I don't have much to say between those lines. No, I don't have much to say between those lines.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Someone over here said, I like that song. Thank you. I like that song too. I'm glad you like this song. That's good. It's good to get that, like, specific and immediate feedback. That's good. So I grew up in a very, very conservative culture, and I grew up independent fundamental Baptist. And so it wasn't quite Westboro Baptist Church, but it was kind of, it was pretty restrictive. And it was nice for the people that were inside, that were all part of the family, but unfortunately it had some sharp edges for the people on the outside. And one of those people on the outside were kind of artists of any type. So art was just not really celebrated, I think because it was new and we preferred our 200-year-old hymns. Thank you very much. And so I remember bringing like poetry and short stories to church staff and being really excited about it at 10 or 11 years old, and them looking at this stuff and being like, that's nice, but get back to us when you can turn it into a sermon and then we'll talk. That was pretty much their response with all of it. And so I took what I loved to do, which was writing, and I put it in a little box and I buried it for a really long time. And it wasn't until I was 23 years old, actually, that I had a guitar and I had a little time, and I was a music director at a church in Erie, Pennsylvania, and I started writing again. And this is one of the first songs I wrote that I'm about to play you guys. And one of the first songs I wrote that I liked. I wrote other songs before this. I will not share them with anybody, ever. But this is one of the first songs I was excited about. And so I played it at like every church activity I could for like a straight month, and I didn't think anything of it. And then a month later, I got the staff meeting. And I was sat down and I was told in no uncertain terms that I was never to sing that song again if I wanted to stay a part of this culture or write another song like it for that matter. And so I think they just didn't like that I didn't wrap things up with an easy answer, but there was something about that song that rang truer to me than a lot of the Sunday morning services I was experiencing at the time. And so I kept writing, and now I'm a full-time singer-songwriter, so we see which half won. But this song is called The Place to Belong, and we'll give it a shot. Well, I have watched thousands of sunsets and seen the moon dissolve and resurrect, and I have slept in hundreds of bedrooms but never once woke up at home. But I believe that there is a place where my heart can breathe, a place where I can be happy. And so I keep searching for that land wherever I go. But all I've got are broken guitar strings to help me sing my broken songs. And even though I feel I've seen everything, I still haven't found a place to belong. No, I still haven't found a place to belong. Well, I have walked through forests and canyons, and I have prayed at hundreds of altars and raised my hands at crystal cathedrals, but never once heard God speak. But I believe that there is a hand that is holding me as I walk this land, and it's guiding me, and it understands and it carries me when I am weak. But all I've got are broken guitar strings to help me sing my broken songs. And even though I feel I've seen everything, I still haven't found a place to belong. No, I still haven't found a place to belong. And there must be something wrong with me. There must be something wrong. 'Cause even though I feel I've seen everything, I still haven't found a place to belong, a place to belong, a place to belong, a place to belong, a place to belong. And all I've got are broken guitar strings to help me sing my broken songs. And even though I feel I've seen everything, I still haven't found a place to belong. No, I still haven't found a place to belong. No, I still haven't found a place to belong. Thank you very much. Thanks so much. All right, so we're going to go from that, which is one of the oldest songs I ever sang, that I liked, that I share with people, to one of the newest songs. And this one is called Ungrateful, and we'll just, the story kind of tells itself. So here we go. Fire and waves and forests, cinnamon and wind, pain and hope and wonder trapped inside these bones and skin. Beauty all around me that I never stop to find. And I can be so ungrateful. I can be so ungrateful. I can be so ungrateful sometimes. I hurricane through hours with 100 things to do, craving these few moments when the only thing is you. But then a bright screen calls me and I leave you with the wine. And I can be so ungrateful. I can be so ungrateful. I can be so ungrateful sometimes. Finally make it back from all the songs and shows and sparks. And you were home from work and watching TV in the dark. Stumble through the doorway after tour for weeks and weeks. Drop my heavy suitcase, kiss your hands, your mouth, your cheeks. And the moon's a golden beacon on the ocean of your eyes. And I can be so ungrateful. I can be so ungrateful. I can be so ungrateful sometimes. But sometimes. Thank you very much. Thank you. So this next song is called Be Mine, and it's the first song that I wrote that ever made it onto the radio. So you actually might have heard this song. It starts out with a whistle, and I am not that great of a whistler. And 500 shows later, I've become like slightly better. But my partner is like a spectacular whistler, like has like operatic vibrato in his whistle. It's ridiculous. And so when we recorded the song Be Mine on the record, we made the record in Arizona, and I live in Petaluma, California, North Bay, north of San Francisco. And we went back home, and I actually had my partner whistle into my laptop to the song, and then we emailed the whistle to Arizona, and that's where it made its home on the actual track. So the track that you'll hear on my first album is actually him whistling. I say all this story to say that I think that he likes that this is the first song that got on the radio, because I think he likes to say that technically he got on the radio before I got on the radio, and since this is a race, you know. So anyways, so this song is called Be Mine, and we'll give it a shot. If you're hearing it in stereo, it's because my partner happens to be here tonight, so I can't resist. We're chasing love like vines on trees, chasing each other like a couple of waves on the sea. And even though we don't know why, we go together like strings and guitars. We go together like a couple of stars in the sky, in this deep, dark midnight. And I know full well that things won't always be this right. But what I've realized tonight is I don't want anyone else. I don't want anyone else but you. I don't want anyone else but you. To be my world, to be mine. And I don't want anyone else. I don't want anyone else but you. I don't want anyone else but you. To be my world, so be mine. Usually at this point I stop and I'm just like, look, his whistle's way better. You have to trust me because he's not here. But he happens to be here tonight, so you get a little, anyway, just, it's better on the CD. That's what I'm trying to say. So, you know, we fit together like a coat on a hook. We fit together like two words of a really good book. I'm like so apologetic about my whistle. One with a happy ending, of course, and we love each other like a favorite tune. We love each other and we better admit it soon. 'Cause there's no use pretending when I don't want anyone else. I don't want anyone else but you. I don't want anyone else but you. To be my world, to be mine. And I don't want anyone else. I don't want anyone else but you. I don't want anyone else but to be my world, so be mine. So be mine. We made it through it. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. We're almost up. Thank you. All right. Okay. All right, so this next song is called Haunted House. And I wrote this song my partner has this idea that, he has this dream of finding a big house in the middle of nowhere and running it like a wedding venue and bed and breakfast. And the thing about these houses is all the houses we're going and looking at with our current budget, they're all in the middle of nowhere. And they are the creepiest houses I've ever seen in my life. And so the very first one we went and looked at, we flew into New Orleans, and then we drove 3 hours deep into Mississippi. So it wasn't just Mississippi, it was 3 hours deep. And there's a difference, folks. And we go 3 hours deep and we stumble upon this small town and this giant home with like pillars that are like the size of this ceiling leading up into this porch. And it was just totally run down. And of course there was this sordid past that the realtor was more than happy to tell us about while we're walking through the house. And as we walk up the porch, one of the columns on the right side is like sunk into itself and leaning towards the house a little bit. And so I'm just like, okay, so this is where we die. We die here. That's good to know. And when we asked him what was wrong with the pillar, he was like, oh, there's a beehive in there. Some bees built a beehive in the pillar. So long story short, we did not end up getting this house, but something about New Orleans, it was my first time to New Orleans, and so something about that city, it has its own little spark and soul to it. And something about these creepy houses got me to thinking about haunted houses as a good metaphor for who we are as people. And we actually have a lot of ghosts of past memories and past relationships rattling around inside us. And if we don't watch out, then they'll make all of our decisions for us. And so I tried to start hitting at that idea a little bit with a song, and this is what I came up with. So let's give it a shot. I am a haunted house, and it's 3:15, and there are flashes of blue light as my love of life fights with the pain in me. I am a haunted house, and there are eyes behind my doors. You're gonna have to walk about if you wanna figure out what the fear is really for. See the markings on the cedars, read the writing on the wall. There is someone in the window, there is no one there at all. I am a haunted house, and there are spirits in these posts. And if you want to come near, then you're gonna have to clear it with the ghosts. You're gonna have to clear it with the ghosts. I am a haunted house, and there are shadows in my scenes. I feel the sharp teeth of dark memories trying to feast upon my dreams. And there's a picture on the shelf. It's of a boy who's nearly 10. And behind him's just a warm red glow where somebody showed up and, oh, see the markings on the cedars. Read the writing on the wall. There is someone in the window. There is no one there at all. I am a haunted house, and there are spirits in these posts. And if you want to come near, then you're gonna have to clear it with the ghosts. You're gonna have to clear it. See the markings on the cedars, read the writing on the wall, and the specters in the mirror, they don't look like me at all. So I burn the candle slowly, 'cause there isn't much light left. And what's dancing in the darkness has my defeat upon its breath. Oh, see the markings on the cedars, read the writing on the wall. There is someone in the window, there is no one there at all. I am a haunted house, and there are spirits in these posts. And if you want to come near, then you're gonna have to clear it with the ghosts. You're gonna have to clear it. Thank you very much. Thank you. So that one is on the new record. So. All right. How's everyone doing so far? Things good? Okay, good. Good. Just making sure. This next song is called Home, and it's about, I feel like life in the best of ways is always pushing us outside of what we're comfortable with, and usually the best decisions in life aren't the safest ones. And, but we find ourselves pining for what we had before. And we often tend to even romanticize it. You know, it usually isn't as good as how it is in our brain. But we tend to miss what we had right before and what we've lost. And this song is called Home, and it's kind of about that feeling, and it's also about the documentaries that you see about these runaway kids that want to be independent, and they're 12 or 13, and so they go run away to a really smart place for a kid to be like Brooklyn or something. And they're 13, and they're all, yeah, someone's like, Brooklyn, I was there at 13, and it was great. And it always starts with them, like, you know, so confident, these documentaries, and they have their forbidden fruit, the tequila and the cigarettes, and no one's gonna tell them what to do ever. And there's always a moment in the documentary when they're out in the woods, and it's raining, and their tent doesn't work. And there's always these moments when they look up at the camera and they admit, you know, there are some times when I wish I was back home. And this song is kind of about that ache that we all feel, not necessarily maybe for the house that we grew up in, but for things that we had before. And sometimes, although I'm really glad of where I'm at and who I am and the music thing, I had to leave a lot because my culture wasn't really groovy with the whole music thing and who I was. And so sometimes I find myself wishing for a simpler time when I was 12 and things were easier. I think all of us understand that ache. So this is about that. We drop like falling stars, bare feet in cable cars, and we don't know who we are, but we're not trying to find out. We stare up at the sun, look at the things we've done, and my heart is on the run, and it's not gonna stop now. Oh, but sometimes I wanna go home. 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 Yeah. Doubts like skin. Look at the mess we're in. And I know somebody's gotta win, but I'm not trying to win now. Oh, 'cause sometimes I wanna go home. Sometimes I wanna go home. Sometimes I wanna go home. Sometimes I wanna go home, yeah. We wear our fear like scars, scared that we've come this far, and we don't know who we are, and we're afraid to find out. Oh, but sometimes I want to go home. 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 Thank you. So I have a funny story about that sad song. I got hired to perform one of the other very first gigs that I got to perform was the freshman inauguration at San Francisco State University. And I had just written this new song called Home. And I was so excited about this new song. And I'm like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to debut this song. Nay, I'm going to kick off my concert with this new song called Home at the freshman inauguration at San Francisco State University. And so I go and I sing this song and I just like, it's like fresh off the press. And so my soul is just right out on and it just like, the performance was so raw and everything. And then I finish the song and the last note hits and I look out and it's just a sea of tears. And all of these freshmen had lost their cool card first day of college because of me. And so that was the day that I learned that, timing matters. And knowing what to sing when is an important thing, so. Anyway. But they had me back, so it's all good. It worked out somehow. There we go. It was the wrong way. That was just going on. 4 walls I built of tin blocked out the city stars and freedom. And I can't let my feelings in, 'cause I would not know where to lead them. Plus that would mean I need them, and that would be too hard. I need some love to chase away my dark. La da 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 da. I need some love to chase away my dark. La da 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 da. I broke my heart before, so I know it hurts, no need to show me. And it's been years since I left the shore, and I hear the sirens getting lonely. But I don't want them to know me. I've got too many scars. Oh, how I need some love to chase away my dark. La da 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 da. I need some love to chase away my dark. La da 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 da. La da da da. La da 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 da. So far this sinking ship, so far it's past the point of leaving. And I am too scared to take the trip to out where the loved and lost are meeting. But the heart is prone to beating, and souls aren't meant to starve. So I need some love to chase away my dark. La da 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 da. I need some love to chase away my dark. La da 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 da. I need some love to chase away my dark. Thanks very much. John or Victor in the back there, would you mind getting my phone out of the conference room? Grab my phone and bringing it to me. Put it on airplane mode before so I don't get the phone call from Mom in the middle of this. That would be embarrassing. So. Of all the people you could have won, despite the craziest things that I've done, billions of hearts beating under the sun, you chose mine. So, through every problem, take me along. Set with my suns and break with my dawns. We could go on the run, or you could just sit on the lawn by my side. Oh, so let me be crystal, let me be clear. I want you with me for all of my years. So put on your nice clothes, and we're gonna walk down the aisle. Yeah, we're gonna walk down the aisle. Who could have thought there'd be stars in my night? Who could have thought love wasn't heavy but light? Who would have thought worlds turned from wrong into right with a smile? Oh, so long to sorrow, and farewell to fear. With you, my darling, my doubts disappear. So put on your nice clothes, and we're gonna walk down the aisle. And we're gonna walk down the aisle. So there's two reasons that I wrote this song. The first reason is that I've been playing a lot of weddings lately. I did one as a favor for a friend 2 years ago, and then they exploded. And so now I get flown all over the nation to play weddings, and it's become a really fun part of my career. But the other reason is, I'm not married yet, and I'm ready. So I'm just singing this song, for anyone that happens to be in the audience. Putting that energy out into the universe, and just, that's all I'll say about that, Love doesn't need you, it won't override you. Love doesn't lead you, it lies down beside you. And once I was ready, then love couldn't hide you for long. Now my heart, it's a song, it's for you, baby. So every December, I want you here, holding my hand till the cold disappears. So put on your nice clothes, and we're gonna walk down the aisle. Yeah, we're gonna walk down the aisle. Thank you. By the way, this is Victor, the guy that first brought me here. So round of applause. He is such a good soul. Okay, good. I just want to make sure I'm not keeping you past my time. So don't want to overstay my welcome here. That's very kind. Encore of Foxy Eyes? Maybe we'll do that at the tail end. You guys won't be mad if I sing that song again? Okay. I'll talk a little bit about it and then sing it again maybe at the end. Absolutely. From the place where I now lay my shadow to my childhood home on Santa Barbara Drive. Although I'm ashamed to say it, I'll admit that I have not yet found my tribe. When the winds of life start hurricaning, there's barely even time to touch the ground. There is so much beauty, so much pain, but I'm learning not to separate the sounds. And so I stretch my crimson cord out, reaching for a distant shore where everything's okay and nothing's aching. But it's a long way across Jordan. There are boats, I can't afford them, so I'll float to where the river takes me and sing along, let it go. It's not easy, I know, but life's a gift, then it goes, then it's gone. So sing along. And the heart can be a painful dancer. It's much easier to let it turn to stone. And I don't have many answers. I just know that I don't want to be alone. So sing along, let me in. We are more than just skin. We are souls, fire and wind, together strong. And love we all tend to rust as we fall back to dust. But you are here, and life is short, and love's the song. So sing along, sing along, sing along, oh sing along. So as my song bleeds out with each midnight sky, let my love run deep, let my hate run dry. And they say that some things never die. They go on and on and on and on. So sing along, let it go. We are all headed home. And I believe that it's a place where we'll belong. And love we all tend to rust. We are children of dust. But in the end, you can hate or trust the song. And sing along, sing along, sing along. And it's a long way across Jordan. There are boats, I can't afford them, so I'll float to where the river takes me. And it's a long way across Jordan. There are boats, I can't afford them, so I'll float to where the river takes me. And it's a long way across Jordan. There are boats, I can't afford them, so I'll float to where the river takes me and sing along. Thank you. Thanks so much. Well, would you believe it? We're almost. I have 2 more songs, and then that's like this has gone so fast for me too. And I just I love being here so much, and I just want to say thank you so much for coming out. Thank you very much. Many of you, some of you might have been here before at a show, but many of you guys, I'm sure, never heard of me and saw my name and said, why not give it a try? And that type of risk is rare and highly valued by us emerging artists. So thank you very much. So I have a new CD, and it's called Fox Eyes. And I'm very, very excited about it. And so if you enjoyed this concert, you'll definitely enjoy that CD. And I have 3 other CDs out, and then I have some T-shirts, and they're really soft. So. I should have worn one. Yeah, oh man, I used to wear my own T-shirts, and I just can't do it anymore. There's something about it that I should though. I should just shamelessly. I don't know, man. One of these days. But they are really cool. There's a fox and whale on them, and then the fox and the whale have my lyrics kind of written all over the fox and the whale, which is really, really interesting. And the other cool thing about this new album is finally I got the lyrics in on the album. So if you guys are wondering what did he say in that one time, you can actually look it up, and that's never been available in any album. So I'm very excited about that. But let's see, I'll go ahead and do Fox Eyes again. So this is the title song, and this is kind of about, I sang it at the very beginning, but it's about what to believe about life if everything else has collapsed. Like, what are a couple things you can hold on to? And I came up with Fox Eyes and Whale Heart because I think animal metaphors keep us humble and remind us that we're just kind of, a part of this planet too, And so foxes are always, they're not looking at the tree, they're looking for what's underneath the tree, the foxhole underneath it. And I think that a lot of the worry and anxiety that we deal with in life is surface, and that there's a strength underneath that we can find when we can think to ourselves, we're gonna be okay. So that's what the fox eyes is for. And the whale heart, I just love the idea that a whale's heart is as big as a human. And it's kind of like that's the whole secret, is that it's the whole thing, And so that's the reason for that song, and we'll give it a shot. Rooster crows at dawn, hibernate instead. Deer eyes on the headlights up ahead, mingle with the herd, circle round the sun, hope that all the groundhog days are done. What to do when all the reasons have worn thin? After all, we're only human animals with fur and souls and skin. Well, keep your fox eyes focused on the beauty underneath, and keep your whale heart open. That is all you really need to love life. To love life. Teeth and sweat and blood and tears, temporary worth, well, temporary paw prints on this earth. What's the reason not to stay inside the shell? After all, we're only human animals with limbs and souls and cells. Well, keep your fox eyes focused on the beauty underneath, and keep your whale heart open. That is all you really need to love life. To love life, to love life, when they don't love you anymore, when your own story is the only left worth fighting for, when no one's opening the door, when the wolf comes out at night and there's no one left inside, are we gonna be all right? Well, keep your fox eyes focused. There is beauty underneath, and keep your whale heart open. That is all you really need to love life. To love life, to love life.
Thank you. You guys are very sweet. I've never sung the same song twice in a concert. So, you guys are very kind.
All right, so this is it, the grand finale. When you have a full band, the grand finale is like when you bring out the trumpet section, and when you're a singer-songwriter, you're like, here's another song on the guitar, so enjoy that. But this song means a lot to me. This song is called Fly, and it's about a little boy, and it's about hope. And it's the first song that I wrote that ever grew 2 legs of its own and started walking around the country all by itself and introducing itself to people. And people started sharing it and by email or by whatever, and it started really meaning something to a lot of people. And so I always will have a warm spot in my heart for this song. And so thank you once again for having me. If you enjoyed the music, the way I get to keep making music is if you grab the CDs. And so be sure to do that if you enjoyed it and want to support what I'm doing. And here's Fly. This is my room, and it's robin's egg blue, and it's got a few cracks in the ceiling. This is my street where the Minutemen meet, and Dad says that I'll never be leaving. I'm 10 years old, but I know how to smoke, and the drinks help to cure the bad feelings. This is my home, and the sticks and the stones are made up of the darkest of things. But in my dreams I can fly and I soar, and my feet touch the sky, and it seems I can go anywhere if I try, and the world's not so dark when the clouds make it white. If there's no hope, tell me why in my dreams I can fly. Here come the tears, and I cover my ears, and I swear I can hear my own heart beat. When they stop fighting to turn out the lights, I pretend that I'm already sleeping. After the violence, alone in the silence, just me and the secret I'm keeping. My dad tells me I'm not worth anything, and I've almost admitted defeat. But in my dreams I can fly and I soar, and my feet touch the sky, and it seems I can go anywhere if I try, and the world's not so dark when the clouds make it white. If there's no hope, tell me why in my dreams I can fly. In my dreams I can fly. This is my room, and it's robin's egg blue, and it's got a few cracks in the ceiling. This is my home, and the sticks and the stones are made up of the darkest of things. After the violence, alone in the silence, just me and the secret I'm keeping. My dad tells me I'm not worth anything, and I've almost admitted it, but in my dreams I can fly and I soar, and my feet touch the sky, and it seems I can go anywhere if I try, and the world's not so dark when the clouds make it white. If there's no hope, tell me why in my dreams I can fly, and my feet touch the sky, and it seems I can go anywhere if I try, and the world's not so dark when the clouds make it white. If there's no hope, tell me why. In my dreams I can fly. If there's no hope, tell me why. In my dreams I can fly. If there's no hope, tell me why. In my dreams I can fly. Thank you very much. So that's the show. Thank you guys so much for having me. And thanks to Rancho Mirage Public Library. Thanks to Dustin for doing the sound. Always amazing. Always sounds wonderful. And I'll be over there by the CD table if you want to say hi. And thank you very much again.